Johnny Daniel, your Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator. It's Wednesday. I am about a minute and a half late. Sorry about that. But, how are ya? Are we ready? We got everything up and ready to go. Yay! It worked! I love it when things come together. So, tonight's the 15th. What's that mean? That means Club is finishing tonight. So if you want that pretty gold and vanilla ribbon, that finishes tonight at midnight. Let's see here. If you're watching tonight, please comment the Wink of Stella tube. That will be the bonus for this week on top of all the materials for the 5 cards. So I am not using Wink of Stella, but you are more than welcome to. So there you go. So if you're on with me, please comment, say hello so you can get the bonus if you choose to do the DIY kit. I did have some feedback on that, and people are like, you never say where to get the DIY kit. My bad. So if you want to order the DIY kit, it's available through Sunday. Hi, Serene. It's available through Sunday, and you go stampingwithjohnny.com and you go to order, and then you go to DIY kit. Or if you want to go straight, you go stampingwithjohnny.com/DIY kits. So just that simple. So for tonight, club order bonus is finishing. DIY kits are announced. What else is going on? I think that's enough, right? So for tonight, I'm going to cut everything, but I'll explain what you're getting in your kit. So in your kit, I'll do this again after I flip, but 5 envelopes because I want to show you the cards before we start. So instead of just the paper, right? So we're going to do, this is One Sheet Wonder. I don't think you've ever seen it with this shape. It's always been like strips, borders, mats, that kind of thing. So tonight it's a little bit different, obviously. All of this is going to be pre-punched, pre-cut, ready to go for you. I'll even give you the dimensionals. So you'll need Stampin' Seal, you'll need the ink, and you will need the stamps. So there you go. Okay, so there's our first one. I know it's a little backwards. There's our second one. Now you can do the layout any way you choose, but here we are. And then that's the last one. That's one set. Now the other set is only 1 card instead of a bunch. I know, but the layout's different, so I thought it was cute. Okay. So this actually uses the front of the card, the part that you're going to cut off. Hey, Pam. So that's cool, right? So you only need like 1 extra paper and that's it. So it's kind of a cool thing. So, all right. So I'm going to flip you around. We're going to get to going and we'll see what happens, huh? So 1 sec. 1, 2. Yep. Always 2. So always. All right. After I drop all my stuff, then we will. Why did it flip back? Don't know. Okay. It's always an adventure, right, guys? All right, so got it. All right. So for tonight, we're doing these 5 cards, right? So let me explain what comes in the kit for you and what I'm doing and then what'll already be done, okay? So let's see here. I'll make sure I'm lined up and ready to go. Looks pretty good to me, but what do you guys think? Is it clear enough? Are we okay? Spacing okay? Size-wise, you know, zoom, all that kind of stuff. Are we good? Okay. Let me know if we're not, and I'll fix it. But, okay. Let's see here. I think we're going to do It's a New Day instead of Easter Treats. Because we got to be a little different, right? It's just how it goes. All right, so we're gonna get everything cutting, going, doing, and then we'll be ready. Okay, so let me get my stocks together. So when you're ordering this DIY kit, okay, well, hey, Pen, how are you? You'll have to hit the replay for the first couple minutes, or should I just catch her up? I think we'll just catch her up. So FYI for you, if you order the DIY kit, it's 5 cards. The bonus for commenting tonight and ordering the DIY kit is the Wink of Stella. And these are the 5. I know it's quick, but these are the 5 cards. So there you go. And Penny, I get to see you tomorrow, hun. Hey, if you're still on chat, remind me what time is tomorrow at Marty's. Is it 11:30 or 12? So I can never remember since you guys changed it, and I'm not sure why. I think it's because I'm always setting up and not just coming. So, all right. So if you do want it, you go online. I explained this in the very beginning, but not everybody was on. So stampingwithjohnny.com/DIY kits, or if you just go to stampingwithjohnny.com, it's under the order tab. So either way. Okay. All right. You are caught up, girl. So with this kit, you are going to get 5 envelopes. And if you're on with me tonight and order the kit, you will also get a Wink of Stella. So, but 5 envelopes, focused, right? 5 envelopes, 5 card bases. 4 are going to be the regular cut, or as some call it, the hamburger cut instead of the hot dog, because this one is long and skinny. Yes, really. I've heard that. So we're going to have 4 of the regulars and 1 of the long skinny. Okay. And you're going to have a thing of Highland Heather, and then you're going to have some sort of green of the Irresistible, the new online exclusive. So you will have that as well. Okay. So that's what we're doing. So the card bases I've already got cut. Those will come with the envelopes for you. I gotta make room. I'm already running out of room. So, let's see here. The Highland Heather will be cut. Okay. Thank you, Penny. Noon. Got it. Be a couple minutes early. No problem. I can do that. Okay, so we're going to cut mats for the 4 that are the same. And this is Highland Heather. We're going to cut at 5 1/4. And I'm going to do all 4 at the same time. We're going to keep this because that becomes our words. Okay, so 5 1/4 by 4. These are our mats for the 4 cards. Okay. So, okay. And then we're going to keep the bits to do the words. Okay. So that's how this goes. Now, I got to move this out of the way for a sec. And I need a pencil. Okay. Because what we got to do lightly is we need to measure at 1.5 inches on all sides. So we're going to measure at 1.5 inches. And we're going to measure at, now this will already be cut for you. And if I'm really good, I will have erased even the line, but we'll see how that goes. No, Pen, you got to go online, honey. You got to go online, my dear. So we can talk about that tomorrow. All right, so 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches. So what happens is you guys order the kit by Sunday, and then I mail it on Monday. Okay, that's how that works. All right, so I've got 1.5 inches marked on all my corners. Got it? It's no problem, hun. We got lots of pieces and parts. stampinwithjohnny.com/DIY kits. That's where you go. There's all the explanation, and then there's the link over to be able to shop. So you're good. Okay. If that doesn't make sense, tell me. It's just that simple. So, all right. So if you can imagine lines, did I miss one? No, I just can't see it. Okay. So if you can imagine lines, so this side and this side are going to be an intersect, and then this side and this side are going to be where it cuts. Okay. So we're not going from here to here. We're going completely across. Got it? So we're going to line up from here to here. Now, here's the tricky part. We're going to turn this to cut the other side, but we're going to keep this paper together. So what I do is kind of line up one and then kind of match the other, and then kind of rotate it and kind of just play, right? Because we got to have this go the right way, right? All right, let's see what we got. And then thankfully there's a pattern so I can see if it's lined up, but now I'm way off on the point here. You're gonna have this already cut. Aren't you glad? Now you know what I'm doing on Sunday, huh? So, all right. So there's our pieces and parts, okay? Doesn't matter. You don't have to keep them together. It's fine, okay? So there we go. Now, what am I gonna do? Grab an eraser real quick. And just, if you need, these are the best erasers. They're cheap and they're down at like Dollar Tree. And they're probably one of the best erasers I've had for doing this kind of stuff. And I cannot see this other one. So I guess I don't need to erase it. Okay, if I can't see it, right? So here's my pieces and parts. Now I'm going to work on my punched out stuff and my words. Okay, so here's where the fun begins. At least that's what I'm gonna call it, huh? Now, if you don't want to pull out your basic gray, just do Evening Evergreen and just do Highland Heather and you'll be fine. But I already had it out, so here we go. So I'm gonna do one big long one and hopefully that's enough. So I've got It's a New Day. You can make it say whatever you want, as long as it's with a stamp, right? So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to provide a little bit of space because I want some a tiny bit longer. Okay. And here's my third one. Isn't it great? They just fit perfect like that. All right. And then the last one we're going to have is going to be short because there is one that you want to be actually short. So it's not that I messed up. It's, that's actually what we want. So as I'm thinking about it, I'd probably start on the close side and then spread them out, but it's up to you on how you do it, you know? So, all right. So we've got that going. I got to do the bunnies. I almost forgot. I can't forget the bunnies. So, all right, let me close up the gray because I'm actually going to do with the Highland Heather to coordinate. Now, what happens is this color actually isn't a current color. They're bringing back Lost Lagoon, which is a color we've had in the past. So what happens is I don't have a green to match right now. It's just that simple. So I'm just taking the snips and running these, if you're wondering. But yeah, I don't have a color to match that green. Now, could we fake it? Yeah, but I don't want to. I want it to be perfect, right? And I also need it to be straight instead of like this, really, really crooked. But, you know, some days that's what we do, right? All right, so that one's done. This is, let's trim a little bit more off. Okay. Got it. All right, so now I'm going to grab my dimensionals and I'm going to stick them all on the back here. Why? So I can finish and I have less chance of losing them if they have the dots on the back. It's just that simple. I mean, I'll lose a piece of paper, but if I already have the dots on the back, I have a better chance of finding said paper, right? So there we go. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. Done. Okay, now I can put these all to the side and not be scared I'm going to lose them. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my bunny. Now, I picked this one instead of all the other ones because the punch goes with this one. It doesn't go with all the others. I wish we had dies or punches for the others, which is probably why I haven't used them. I'll be honest with you. So, you know, as you're doing stuff, remember what tools you have, right? So you don't end up messing things up. All right, and then we're gonna do 3 because we gotta have the ears to match, but we need 4, so I gotta have one more sheet. Okay, so we're gonna, there's our 4. Now, if you want to color them in, if you want to make them all fancy, if you want to emboss, you can do all kinds of things. But I'm going to tell you, I'm keeping it simple. Because the whole idea with tonight, I don't know if you realized it, but I put the event up today. Because procrastination hit me at its finest. I had to dry this a little bit. And honestly, it's been crazy busy, right? So I was like, well, if I can't pull it together, I'm sure other people are struggling with that too. So guess what? I'm going to make an entire live on how to get stuff done fast. So in the past, I don't know if you've seen the One Sheet Wonders or not. We've done these in the past, but they've always been like borders, lines, mats. This one was interesting because it was a different shape. So I thought, let's try this and see. I liked how it looked, so I thought maybe you would too. And that's why I did what I did. It's just that simple. So, let's see if I can get this. I'm having trouble lining up tonight. Okay. So what'd y'all have for dinner? Did you eat yet? You gonna? That would be my husband's Southern type stuff coming out. Jeet. 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 So, all right. Yeah, if you didn't know it, Joel's extended family is from southern Georgia. So, there you go. There's your history for the day. I'm born and raised, and most of my family's out of Southern California. But, my grandma on my mom's side is first generation to be born here. So, there you go. All right, so first and foremost, let's get this thing rocking and rolling, huh? So our pieces and parts after, yeah. Now, these I'm going to flip over. Remember, when you cut, you have one side that kind of rolls over, so you have a side that kind of has an edge to it, and the other side's more smooth. So you want to make sure to get that smooth side up if you can. Sometimes you can't avoid it. If you can't avoid it, take a bone folder to it and rub it a little bit. It helps, but honestly, it's just what it is. So let's see. Tonight I had bacon, lettuce, avocado, tomato, BLAT sandwich, blat. And I made, might need the other card base, huh? I made, Copycat. If you guys don't know copycat.com, COPYKAT.com, copycat.com, restaurant quality copy recipes. So like tonight was Copycat Panera's cheddar broccoli cheese soup. I thought with the wind, you know. So anyways, there we go. Okay. Let's see. So, all right. So first and foremost, we're going to start at the left corner. You can start wherever you want. You can have whatever side up that you want. It's just that simple because you're going to be the one creating, right? So I'm going to leave a tiny bit of room for the mat. right? About 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Okay. I forgot to put my dimensionals on here so we get assembly line. Because the whole point was to be quick, right? So, bunny. Let's get these all going. So if we, that's what all those fingers are for, right? To get all those going. And then I got 2 more to go. Okay, so there you go. All right, so bunny goes on here, right? Yes? No? Okay. Yes. Now, we're going to grab one of the shorter ones. And this is going to go up top. When you're thinking layout, if you have an item here, you want to kind of go opposite of it. So that way you have symmetry. Okay? So your eye has balance. Okay? So there you go. There's your lesson for the day, huh? All right, so now we're going to do the same flip, but this time we're going to go up top. So bottom left, top right. It doesn't matter what order you're doing it, but I'm giving you the order I'm doing it in. So when you go to do it, you're like, oh, she did bottom left, you know, that's my why. Okay. It's for you. Normally I wouldn't even pay attention, I'll be honest with you. So there's my bunny. Okay. Now I'm going to grab one of my longer ones this time because I want it to go across this color so it pops a little bit. Okay. So this, I know it should be over here, huh? Yeah, we'll see. I might grab some gems if I had them and maybe put a couple, but we're trying to keep simple. Trying. It's so hard, huh? So, all right. So I'm going to move this bunny out of the way. Come on, man. Hop out of the way. Now I'm going to do this side, I believe, of the pattern, rather. Okay. Even though the other side is gorgeous too, but we got to use both sides. I mean, come on. So now we're going to do bottom right. Notice the skinny side's down here. Okay. And then this one, the bunny's going to go down here. If you wanted to put grass, you know, we could do all kinds of things. I am simply trying to keep it simple because the whole idea of this live was what? If you're behind, how to get caught up, right? So there's another one. Do it across this way, do it up here, you know, up to you, right? Okay, because you're the one creating, right? Now this last one is going to go top left, simply because we haven't done it yet. It's just that simple. Okay, so here we are. And there. So did you guys see my videos today? That was like before I went to the gym and didn't have any kind of, that's my natural skin. That's me in a nutshell. So, yep. The only thing that really bugs me about no makeup for me is that I don't have concealer on and my eyes tend to be really, really dark. And it's a genetic thing. That's Armenian, Middle Eastern, you know? So, all right. So how long have we been at this? About 12 minutes, and we got all of them cut, and we got 4 cards done so far. While I've been yapping. If I focused, we could probably go even faster, but you still got to enjoy the process, right? So not too bad, right? Okay. So now what we're going to do is the second guy. Okay. Kind of a cool little card, right? I hope. So what we need for that, this one is this piece. We're going to need one of those, and we're going to need one more bunny done. I should have done that before. And we need the card base and an envelope, but I already showed those to you, right? So card base, this is the long skinny one. It's important to have this be the long skinny one because it has to be. It's just that simple, because If it's the regular one and you cut off this side, it's not going to fit correctly. So you just got to make sure it's the 4 1/4 by 11 scored at 5 1/2. Okay. It's just that simple. It really, really is. So I hate to sound like that, but it's just what we got to do sometimes. Keep it simple, right? Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to fold softly, not real hard. And I'm going to cut 2 3/4 off, which is half of 5 1/2. And this is going to be our other part of our card. I know I freaked out the first time I did it because I'm like, oh, I just messed up. No, I didn't. But I thought I had. I'll be honest with you. So I'm also going to cut my inside. My inside piece, do I remember the measurements? I want to say I do, but let me double check here. Did I write it down? No, because I thought I'd remember. You know how this goes, right? So 4 by 2 1/2. Okay. Good thing I checked because honestly, I would not have remembered that. So 4 and then 2 1/2 here. So tomorrow is the last day to RSVP for Heidi's class. If you are coming, I'm trying to think of what else, like off the top of my head while I'm doing this, but all right, so here's how we cut this one. Okay, so we're going to cut at 3 3/4. This is a 6 by 6, so you're going to cut at 3 3/4, and then you're going to cut at 5, and then you're going to keep the 1-inch piece as well. So here we go. Okay, and then this one should already be at 2 1/4 because that's what's left. Yeah. Now we're going to go 3 3/4, and all these pieces are going to get used. There is like no trash on this one, which is another reason I like this. Okay. So the only part that gets stamped is the bunny and the words inside. So let's get the right pieces here. I want to make sure that this is the inside and this is the outside. Okay. So this is where the words go. Got it? So we're going to do Evening Evergreen, and our bunny and our words are the same. Okay. So we've got Evening Evergreen and our words are going to go. I want to make sure they were right side up. You know, some days you get left-handed cards, right? So I had somebody this weekend at one of the craft fairs. She's like, how did you? I'm like, one of my nearest and dearest clients, Miss Lise, had sent me a card backwards and said, oh, it must be for left-handed people. Little did she know that I was supposed to be a lefty, but my grandma had taught me to do my right hand. So to this day, if I were to play baseball, here's a little fun fact for me. I can still switch hit. Yes, really. So there you go. That's about the only thing that's still left-handed for me. But I have to say, when I tried to crochet and when I try to sew and everything else, everything usually comes out sideways and backwards because my brain still thinks very much in left-handed. I didn't know if you knew that. Just a little tidbit about me. You're welcome. So my grandma was actually left-handed, and when I grew up, she says to me, John, you cannot be left-handed. And I'm like, why not, Grandma? And she's like, because that means the devil came into you. And I go, okay. It wasn't until a couple years later that I asked her how the devil was doing inside of her, because she was left-handed. She didn't take too kindly to that. So if at all possible, don't ask your grandma to ask, see if the devil's inside of her, because she's lefty. So just saying. So your big piece is going to go there. You want to wait on gluing down your words, and here's why. You want to make sure it all gets covered. So if you're a tiny bit crooked on the front, you're going to be a tiny bit crooked in the middle, or on the top rather. Okay. Simply because It's just how it works. So one thing to pay attention to, and I didn't on the sample, okay? When you're gluing in your bottom here, you kind of want it to be flipped over opposite of this pattern here. I didn't do that. It's just that simple. And I wished I had. So I'm doing it now. We're going to fix it, okay? So just FYI for you, when you're doing yours, pay attention to that. So if you do want it, you can have it opposite. If you don't want it opposite, don't do it. It's just that simple. So there's our middle. There's our piece there. Okay. Now the piece that we cut off of here, that is going to get glued now. So what you're going to do is kind of pay attention. And I'm going to go, oh, I could probably do about 2.5, 3 stripes of glue without getting sticky anywhere else. You do have to pay attention to that, right? So, all right, so since this has the glue on it, I'm going to put my finger underneath it, and I'm going to line up on this side. Just a little technique for you. Get the glue off, and then we should, in theory, all be straight, good, and ready to go. I say that loosely, right? So, all right, so now I'm going to put this side down because I'm just working my layers up and I'm going opposite. Okay, so this is going to go here. This is our skinny long piece. This is, I think it's 1 by 3 3/4. Okay, so this is going to go here, and I'm just going to mat it evenly all the way around. Okay, so there's our piece, there's our piece, there's our piece. Yeah. Okay, now I want my leaves going. If you want this, then you would want to do this piece opposite, but it's up to you. So I'm going to go towards the middle here. You always just got to be paying attention to where your glue's going because you do have some cutouts to pay attention to. So, all right. Ooh, that's kind of upside down looking. Let's see if it's better this way. Yeah, I think so. All right, so I'm going to grab here, and I'm trying to get my points to be on the edge. If you're wondering, you can line up wherever you need to. That's where in my brain it works. Up to you though. Okay, so where did I put? Hey, I found them. Cool. So when you get this kit, everything will be cut, and then you'll already have the bunny punch outs. You just will not have the stamp. Now if you don't want to buy the stamp, come to open day, not this weekend, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, the 25th. And if you want to use the bunny stamp, you're more than welcome to, but please let me know so I can have it out for you. It's just that simple, okay? So now what we're going to do is I'm going to lay this down and go, it's pretty centered. So I am going to center this. If you want to dry fit it beforehand, which means don't put the glue and kind of set it down and see, then you're good. But it's up to you. Okay. So let's see here. How we doing? Yeah. So let's see. Oh, I need to line up this way. So if I got here, I'm just lining up our samples so you can screenshot if you'd like. Does it all fit on there? I think so. And then this one goes a little bit better flat. This one I'm going to leave open so you can see both at the same time. Just understand that this is one card. So there's your screenshot. So the templates will be up on the blog tomorrow for the tutorial. I'm not going to do all the instructions, but I will do the measurements and how to cut and all that kind of stuff. So just FYI for you. And then the link for the video and all that will be up, ready to go. So when you do your DIY kit, you'll get a letter thanking you, and all the links and all the again on top of. And then you'll also get a printout of the blog page for the DIY kit. So it's pretty inclusive. But yeah, you'll get all the pieces to make this. You'll get all the punch outs, and then on top of it, if you're on tonight and order the kit, you will also get a Wink of Stella, which is $8. So considering the whole thing's 15, that's a good deal. Plus shipping, but isn't everything plus shipping now? So, and then you will also get enough dimensionals to do everything. So you will need ink, the stamps, and you will need a Stampin' Seal or whatever you're running for the main glue. So, all right, that's what I have for you tonight. So, 5 cards in 30 minutes. I think we're doing okay. It's almost as good as Paper Pumpkin. 9 cards, and it's supposed to be about 30 minutes. So, all right, well, have a great night, and thanks for joining me. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.